The Ukrainians are highly backed by the US and NATO nations, not directly, but indirectly the support is marvelous. If the US enters the war directly, the situation might get super complex and presumably World War might strike up. So the defense giant, the US naval force, is sending millions of worth of drones and switchblades to Ukraine. A super powerful weapon for war will be a game changer for the ongoing war and increasing tensions at the borders. These switchblades are none other than backpackable tiny drones which can be easily operated by soldiers. Russia and its entire force are now fearing the excellent featurization offered in the switchblades by the US, now owned by Ukrainians. What are these switchblades, how do they function, and how many of the drones or switchblades are transited to Ukraine? Would it be a game changer? Let's buckle down to find out some fascinating and up-to-date news revolving around switchblades and its dispatch to Ukraine. It's not the first time that the US is lending a helping hand to Ukraine's naval force. It was earlier in April when the US naval force dispatched the powerful weapon to Ukraine. Almost 100 Switchblade 300 basic versions were dispatched to Ukraine, which could assist them to fight against Putin's war of aggression and terror. The kit of the Switchblade has two main components, namely controlling tablets and 10 drones. This means Ukraine will now have 1,000 Switchblade 300 drones and 100 Switchblade 600 drones, which are quite sufficient. But Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky found it inadequate, as those were very few to attack Russia. He demanded some more powerful and advanced Switchblade 600s from the US. This request from the Ukrainian president was quite absurd, but it's all out of his fear to save his country from the mighty Russians. Whatever may it be, the US never stepped back to help Ukraine, and it was reported that the Pentagon, which is a manufacturer of switchblades, will soon be dispatching hundreds of bundles of switchblades to Ukraine, and now the total expected number of switchblades transported to Ukraine elevates to around 700. These tiny but lethal switchblade drones are dispatched in a very safe way in a tube. The tube in which they're transported amazingly acts as a launch platform. Once set up like a little mortar on the ground, it is a feasible platform for the switchblades to get launched. After the launching, the switchblades instantly snap out their wings for operations, and eventually the propulsion system is activated. This entire kit is so well organized that anywhere the switchblade can be launched at any moment. It's just that the operator needs to assist the switchblades for navigation and monitor it while it's under operation. The switchblades can be monitored using high-resolution streaming video to the ground control unit. The target can be identified through GCU, and then it's the duty of the Switchblade to autonomously attack the destination. What are the unique featurizations of the Switchblades? Widely known as suicide drones because they are for one-time usage and are amazingly equipped with extensive loitering time, this amazing Switchblade is uniquely designed and can follow its prey for 10 minutes before it attacks. One fascinating part about these Switchblades is that the mission can be aborted within a few seconds and can retarget the prey. However, once the drone is launched, it cannot be recovered. It has to be deployed after launch. Both Switchblade 300 and Switchblade 600 can be easily launched from a moving vehicle or any aircraft. Both the versions of Switchblades are unique in their own ways. Before diving deeper to know everything about the US's amazing Switchblades, make sure you subscribe to our channel to know more about incredible drones and defense equipment that will revolutionize the defense system. Number 2. Switchblade 300. Let's first glimpse at how the Switchblade 300 is designed. A teeny-weeny Switchblade 300 is designed as 2 feet in height and only weighing 2.7 kilograms, which also includes the case and launcher. It is so amazingly designed to make it easy for a soldier to carry one. It also has an expandable UAV that can elevate precision firepower for platoon-sized infantry units. A small-sized Switchblade 300 has an endurance of up to 10 minutes and can be easily controlled within 10 kilometers. Hence, this tiny drone is unsuitable for scouting roles. However, it can be used for long-range targets and assisting the relieving units. This backpackable drone is installed with a color camera and a GPS locating which identifies, tracks, and engages with the correct targets. Interestingly, it can be pre-programmed during a collision course, and the best part about this Switchblade 300 is that it has an explosive warhead that is equivalent to a 40mm grenade, which can destroy lightweight armed vessels or even human opponents. It has a teeny-weeny electric engine in it, and it can rush at a range of 85 knots, which makes it difficult to detect or try to intercept the target. And yes, once the missile is launched, it can be waved off and the target can be reassigned. However, it cannot be recovered once it is launched. Number 1. Switchblade 600. Next is the advanced version of the Switchblades, which is the Switchblade 600, which was recently demanded by the Ukrainians. The other one, which is a slightly updated version of the Switchblade 300, is the Switchblade 600. Under the Army Single Multi-Mission Attack Missile Development Program, the Switchblade 600 was developed. Heavier but with increased efficiency is this newly constructed Switchblade 600 a couple of years ago. It weighs around 23 kilograms, however, the man-portable is the same as its ancestor, which can be set at 10 minutes after it is launched. However, when it's in the air, it can fly for around 40 kilometers in just 20 mere minutes. This means it has an incredible dash speed of 115 miles per hour, much more than what Switchblade 300 had. The warhead on the Switchblade 600 is based on the Javelin ATGM, which can neutralize armored vehicles. The best and most advanced part about this Switchblade is, through the Pocket Digital Data Link, the Switchblade 600 can fly in the air for a total of about 90 kilometers in the case the expansion is needed. All these technical aspects of the missile can be controlled through the touchscreen tablet-based fire control system. This system can be controlled manually or autonomously, and there is no need to worry as the Switchblade is secured with selective availability anti-spoofing module GPS. Apart from these two, there was a third version, Blackwing, similar to the Switchblade 300 version, and was first ever demonstrated in 2015. This drone was specifically built up for speedy ISR, rapid command and control operations. The dominant aspect of this Blackwing is they can be deployed from submerged submarines, undersea manned or even unmanned vessels. Are Ukrainians getting trained to operate these Switchblades? Yes, a small group of Ukraine soldiers are already under training to learn how to operate the deadly Switchblades. While the tensions between Ukraine and Russia are worsening, the American Navy is taking advantage of this situation because Russia does not own such a drone. And so the lethal Switchblades are transported to the Ukraine Navy. Also, this is not the only combat vessel that's being transported to Ukraine. There is also another set of combat vessels that are dispatched to Ukraine. Some powerful weapons owned by the US like Javelin anti-tank missiles and portable Stinger surface-to-air missiles are given to Ukrainians so as to target Russian aircraft. Not only owned by the US, but some weaponries owned by the NATO nations are even given to Ukraine. However, as of now, the US is only dispatching equipment that is easy to operate and needs limited training, because other advanced drones and equipment are quite challenging to operate without precise training provided. When did these Switchblades come into existence? Introduced and developed by the US Army, this Switchblade drone came into existence in 2011. You might be wondering why this strange name Switchblades is given to these tiny backpackable drones. This is because the spring-loaded wings are originally folded up inside the drone, and when it's time to release, it amazingly flips out and releases it. The Switchblade, which is inside the tube, is released and it directly hits the target area and horribly crashes it. Interesting, isn't it? The US Army was also so impressed with these Switchblades that in 2011, US Army awarded AeroVironment a massive $4.9 million contract for rapid fielding to shoot Afghanistan. This was the first one. The Army added another $6 million worth of orders for these Switchblades. They were dramatically a game changer for the US Army, and the US Smarty Pants classified them as fire munitions and not as drones. So what are your thoughts on these incredible creation by the US Naval Forces? Will these Switchblades be a game changer for the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine? Do let us know your views in the comments below. And before we wrap up, if you're interested in other fascinating things about combat drones, then make sure to check out our video on Ukraine to test newest combat drone which pressurized the Russians. You can go check this out after the video. And if you enjoyed watching it, please make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. See you in the next video.